Okay, hello. How's everybody doing? Sorry it's been so long since my last video. I think the last one I did was right after I did an interview with Dave Mack from No Carb Life. And if you don't watch his channel, you have to. It's really good. I don't know how he does it, but he does 5, 6 interviews a day and posts them all every day, and every story is absolutely amazing. I just watched a woman the other day who had a story very similar to my own. I never got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, but I think that's what I had, especially based on how she described her symptoms. So it was a heartbreaking story, but it was a great story. Of course, not totally heartbreaking because she found carnivore, and she was able to heal a lot of stuff, and she's still healing a lot of stuff because it's early in her journey. So few updates here. Camping season has begun. Got my Bucky's t-shirt on. Tennessee. I am not from Tennessee, but I identify as someone who's from Tennessee. So maybe someday I'll make it a reality. But anyway, um, so what's been happening? What's been new? I have more patient stories. I've been thinking about that lately. I have so many conversations with patients, and they are so interesting, and so sometimes it's joyful because you get someone to get interested and want to know more, and then sometimes it's heartbreaking because over and over people will tell you, I could never do that. And then I get everything in between. So just for another example, I had another patient the other day who she's about 81. So yeah, she's getting older, but she said she was diagnosed with dementia. She seemed pretty lucid and pretty aware, but apparently this is, something happening to her. So, we know the progression of how that's going to go for her. So I tried to talk to her a little bit. I always say keto at first. Keto, very low carb. Asked her if she'd ever heard anything about that. And of course, she said, well, my neurologist has never told me anything like that. And I try to explain that her neurologist is never going to tell her about that. Um, and she seemed interested. I was telling her some information. She asked what I ate. When I told her I ate a lot of red meat, she said, oh, my whole life I've been avoiding red meat because it's bad for you. The conversations always seem to go pretty similarly. It's either red meat is bad for you, oh, my cholesterol would go up, you know the drill. Um, so after we talked for a while, I said, hey, I've got some resources. I can give you some books you could read. I could give you some videos you can watch. And she just said, no, I'm just too old for that stuff. So she resigned herself to, um, you know, this diagnosis of dementia, and going where that was going to lead for her. And maybe she feels like at 81, she's lived a good life and she's ready to sail off into the sunset. I don't know. Me personally, my biggest fear is losing my mind, losing my ability to think, my cognitive abilities, have people have to take care of me because I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. So I don't care how old I am. I don't think I will ever be in a position to say, nah, that's not for me. But anyway, so what else is going on? I've been watching a lot of former vegan stories, and I was thinking about this topic today. They say that about 84% of people who go vegan will quit the diet for health reasons. And I got thinking about what will be the quit rate for carnivore. And right now, it's so early in the growth of this movement that I don't know if you'll see that many stories. But honestly, I don't ever think you will see a number like 84%. I think if people quit carnivore, it will not be for health reasons. I what health reasons, unless they cite high cholesterol as their health reason, um, so many people get better. So many people get better. So I think if there is a quit rate, it'll be due to inability to be disciplined, to stick to the diet, to being drawn back to carbs, to, having a food addiction that just draws them back. I think they will quit not because of their health, but despite their health. So that's my prediction for any quit rates for carnivore. Let's see what else is going on. Like I said, camping season is getting underway, so we have some trips planned, and boy, packing for camping is a lot easier carnivore. I mean, my family, I do have to bring some extra things for them because they're not 100% like I am, but throw some meat in the refrigerator, butter and eggs, bacon, I'm good. Um, oh, what's new for me this year also is hiking. I am somebody who likes to set goals. I used to be a runner. I used to like to do hard things. I used to like to train and run marathons. I used to like to train and run ultras. I used to train for and run trail races. And I did a half Ironman once. Um, I like that sense of accomplishment. I like that sense of drive and sense of getting out and doing something hard. And since I've given up running, which I never say never, you never know, I may take it up again someday in the future. But I still need something to take the place of working toward a goal. So I've been hiking, and I found a great group of ladies to start hiking with. So I'm learning a lot because I'm really coming at it from nothing. I don't know what packs to bring and what to bring with you, and so I'm learning about that. My last hike was about just under 8 miles, and we hit three peaks of a group called the Lake George 12 Stir. It's like 12 peaks around Lake George. It's like a challenge. So altogether, I have four of those peaks done already, and hopefully soon I will have a fifth peak done, hopefully within the next week. Um, so yeah, that was a lot of fun, but I have my eye on bigger things. There's a challenge called the 46 High Peaks, the Adirondack 46 High Peaks. That's hiking, all the 46 high peaks in the Adirondack. So that's on the kind of out there goal because I got to get more experience and more mileage and learn some more things. I've been watching things about overnight hiking, people who take everything, their tents, their cooking supplies, everything on their back, just go out into the woods and camp overnight. Even like through hiking, like people who do the Pacific Crest Trail or the Appalachian Trail, people just through hike like that. I mean, I don't know if I've ever be in a position to be able to do that, with a family and everything, but it sounds awesome. I would love to try to do something on a smaller scale, something like that. But yeah, hiking has really piqued my interest lately, so it's my little new obsession. The thing with that is trying to figure out food, because usually you bring, hiking foods traditionally are for day hikes, like granola bars and sandwiches and things like that, dried fruits, nuts, and so I bring a little freezer pack and throw a couple hamburger patties in there, and I'm good to go. But if I ever do overnight things or extended things, I have to figure that out. I saw a couple of things, like some good ideas of like those pouches that have tuna fish in them. They don't have to be refrigerated. Some cured meats. I might try to look into making jerky, but I keep seeing conflicting information as to whether or not homemade jerky has to be refrigerated or not. Some say yes, some say no. Anyway, that's down the road of things to figure out, but that's what's going on in our world here. And I just hope things are going well with you. I hope you give this diet a try. should not call it a diet. It's not a diet, it is a way of life. It's a way of eating and living where food addiction is no longer an issue. Health issues can be either greatly reduced, put in a remission, or cured. It's a way of like fully living life. And it becomes interesting once you really get into this to watch how people treat food. And I've probably said it in other videos too, but it's kind of like being red pilled. You know, you see people are obsessed with food. People, every celebration has to have food in it. Every, you know, you can't go very long. You know, you got to carry snacks in your purse because what if you get hungry in a couple hours while you're out, whatever, running errands? So that whole concept, you know, a road trip. When we go on road trips, I pack sandwiches for the family because they still eat bread, but I pack hamburger patties for myself. But most people will make sure they have a few bags of potato chips, maybe some pretzels, um, you know, dried fruit, just packages, all sorts of packages of things that they feel like they're going to be driving for several hours and they're going to need to be continually stuffing their face. And that, when you get outside of that and see it from the outside in, it looks so different, so different. So that's something I hope for people too, that they can kind of be released from that um, captivity to food. You know, you can eat to nourish your body, to power it, to be in not just not you know, but excellent health, to be happy, healthy, and yet not be obsessed with it and enjoy it. You know, it still has to be enjoyed. You know, a ribeye steak is probably one of the most delightful things you could ever eat in your life. So you can still enjoy your food. It doesn't mean food is not enjoyable. I mean, I think of, you know, people who think they're eating healthy and they eat a bland salad and they don't even want to put proteins in it because they're worried about the fat. So they'll eat, you know, an empty calorie salad and they'll say they have to do that for their health. Well, that, you know, that's restriction. That's sadness to me. But to, you know, and they're able to restrict to the salad feeling like they're healthy, but yet they're going to be hungry, they're going to be miserable, and they're not going to be healthy. If you restrict your diet to animal foods, you're going to not be obsessed with food, yet you're going to love your food at the same time, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so those are a few things I wanted to talk about real quick. I definitely am going to try to make some more videos more frequently. The goal is once a week, and I'm going to really try to hold myself to that. I work a lot, and so but I'm really going to try to make that happen. I really appreciate you, and for any new subscribers, I really appreciate that, and I am going to get more content out. I just hope everyone has a blessed day, a blessed week, and we'll talk soon. Okay.